and it was MIBR getting 13-1.
That's right. Okay, so that wasn't even notable because it was about 20 minutes.
It was a very
deep.
We were on Overpass, like we were just stopping by. You know, it was a TikTok of a map.
Yeah, it's a good point. The fact we get trained to kick things off is one of my favorite maps in the pool right now. I think it's still evolving. We're seeing different approaches, different pacing, different executions, and we are going to see Fnatic on their map hit the T side, Harry. It's difficult, can be tumultuous. We'll see whether they've got an interesting approach here on the pistol. We're seeing a little bit of outside utility deployed early on. We've got a Molotov, it's a decoy. Okay, an all classic. Just to bait out a bit of attention. Maybe you think it's a smoke coming over the top. We've got a Molotov for fear. I guess he uses that towards the connector. But we do have Hypex, known for the long-range encounters. This time with the USP, he's got his teammate Towson in towards that pop dog position, looking to swing.
Yeah. Towson up first, and Jambo on the receiving end of those dualies. As I say, I mean, this has been kind of the guy to keep an eye on for GamerLegion at this event. It's a nice start in the pistol, Rez backstab. Now we find out, is it up for the task? BlameF with a diligent check on the flank. Still, will it be enough? Rez dancing around, finally silenced. It's Crims, it's BlameF. The two clutch players for Fnatic left up in this pistol round.
Could be enough. Feels like enough. BlameF, though, taken down by PR. Crisp headshot with the USP.
Crims 1v3 ace clutch.
Easy. If anything, too easy.
I mean, been a clutcher his whole career.
True.
And it's been a long one. But dead straight away. Gives it a go. Admirable attempt with the first two, but goes no further. And so GamerLegion, pistol round secured on the CT side. You absolutely love that, right? If you can stop the T's getting a little streak of round on the harder half, now they have to earn it in gun rounds. That's a good feeling for GamerLegion.
Oh, it's a fantastic feeling, Harry. Especially when it's that convincing, there's no plan. You defeat Crims in a 1v3, which didn't seem possible at the time. And now they've got a FlyQuest. We have got a Desert Eagle, I suppose. Crims will be rocking that, trying to work a pick. Seeing whether he can cause a bit of a ruckus here, but overall should be 2-0, no problem. Crims, though, it's spot one towards upper. Towson wants nothing to do with it, as we'll see him fall back. And yeah, it's one of those rounds we're just gonna let it play out. There's not really much to report. There's nothing to say. There's no Kevlar. There's just a Crims Eagle. And he's going to see if he can get a couple of kills. It's unlikely, admittedly, but let's see if there's anything left to be said.
For Fnatic today, you know, outside of BlameF, I want to see a little bit more from the Ukrainian component in this squad, man.
That's fair.
They've been underwhelming. Fear's stats are helped out greatly by having a life game map of Inferno the other day where he went absolutely crazy. But Jacasmo and Jambo have largely been irrelevant.
I guess you could say you want to see a bit more passion.
Bottom 3 rated player in the event, and Jambo bottom 10 rated player in the event.
Ooh, that's not
so they have been very, very quiet in these games.
Yeah, fair enough. We'll see whether they can step up today. This is going to be their hardest opponent yet, really. While we're here, Harry, did you catch the FlyQuest game? The ludicrous display going on there? FlyQuest were up 10-2 against Liquid. Fumbled the first map, let it go to overtime, and lost Mirage. Did you catch that? Unbelievable.
Heartbreaking. I was keeping an eye on it. I went away at the 10-2 half. I'm like, yeah, they got it in the bag.
Yeah, it's all done. How can you can't lose that?
I reopen HLTV. I'm like, oh no, it's happening.
Oh, it's going to be difficult to recover that one. Not sure they will. They're currently down.
Well, that's a real test for if Azza is the savior of FlyQuest. If you can keep their mental in check after a 10-2 half.
Yeah, true.
All right. First come round, Fear already low. Not the ideal start. And these T-side rounds can be really hard to come by at the best of times. Starting off your first rifle round like this feels kind of brutal.
I mean, it's the bonus round as well. If you roll over and give this one towards GamerLegion, you're in a lot of trouble here. They've got the FAMAS, the MP9, a lot of control towards main entrance as well. The lurk smoke does nothing for Fnatic because they've already got full control here. And Fnatic have no idea. Rez could even consider pushing this smoke here. We're going to be dropping util towards outside, courtesy of Fear. Bombs towards Ivy. Thankfully, that is the gap.
The last of their util's gone out now, right? So they have to make this play happen. There's kind of no second chances. Okay, sure, Jacasmo has one more smoke, actually. He's been able to retrieve that. But, you don't really have a lot of runway in this round. Now you lose Jambo. The fact that Fear's low is weighing on your mind. He's going to struggle to play in out through main. Ooh. And they're getting picked apart over here. Ivy side, Fear dead there. A clean up from Hypex. The triple, BlameF dead back at the main side, and that is a flawless bonus round for GamerLegion. They get those AK upgrades. They're rolling in money. This is the best possible start for the GamerLegion squad.
Fnatic haven't even turned up yet. They haven't joined the server. That is a comprehensive victory. One by one, they come out of the Ivy, and Hypex, the sniper, mows them down, recovers one of their AK-47s. We talked about Reds already patrolling towards main entrance. And 5 players survive. Let's go, boys. Very
All I'm going to
impressive.
say is, the last time this head-to-head happened, admittedly, there's been changes for both teams in that GamerLegion still had Kersey in the squad.
Okay.
But when Fnatic played them last time around, it was a clean finish, a 2-0. And on Train, guess who topped the charts?
Don't know.
Cypher.
Oh, okay. That's an interesting thread to follow. If you're not aware of the drama, ladies and gentlemen,
that was
Cypher was removed from this team for Jacasmo.
Yes, who is the 3rd bottom-rated player of the event.
Oh my God.
That was Fnatic back at Last Open London.
Okay, you got me interested now.
It's when they were going on a crazy lower bracket run. They had to grind all the way through. They ended up losing to M80. If you remember, that was like the tournament where M80 kind of leveled up, went to their first arena game.
Yep.
On stage.
The big stage.
But, you know, it was, other than that, it was actually a great tournament from Cypher. He played really, really well. It kind of fell apart a little in that final game.
Cypher now watching on from the sidelines. Future uncertain. The heart of a nation weeping. He'll bounce back though, Harry. And for now, Fnatic will have just the pistols, I'm afraid. This one, it is difficult on the T side, but your map pick, losing to the bonus round, giving up your AK-47s, 4 of them in fact, does not feel good. Towson will be showing presence towards upper, falling back, and that's a great flashbang courtesy of Rez. Holy. Another clean opener, Crims goes down. Not known to offer up his life for free. At this point, I didn't really think you'd do anything with this. You've got what? No nades? No Kevlar on Jambo, trying to get the AWP going forward. Everyone's 0-3 apart from Crims. He's the only one turning up.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I think, like, it's just been crazy dominant, you know? Like, the first gun round falling flawlessly for GamerLegion is kind of the explanation behind why the scoreline's so dire. all you've done is you've played more pistol rounds, or rounds with pistols, than you have guns, so no one's really had a chance to get going. For Fnatic, not going to happen anytime soon either, with PR holding on. Jacasmo dead, BlameF, he'd love to just get one.
He will. He always finds a way, but no, it's another clean sweep. The problem with this is, Harry, sure, you've only got pistols, but you've allowed the CT economy to swell here. It's getting out of hand. It's getting very strong.
Yeah,
They're like knocking on the door of 5 digits for all 5 players.
It's hitting the point of, like, no return. If you don't do damage soon, Fnatic, you're never going to be in a spot where you can break GamerLegion in the remainder of this game.
Oh.
Which goes
Not
without
like this.
saying, is a horrific spot to be in.
Yeah, I think that's totally fair. Just to reiterate, this is the 1-2 game, ladies and gentlemen. Loser is going home. Winner has to come back tomorrow and fight for the playoffs. Playoffs kicking off on Friday. Harry won't be joining us, which is a shame.
It is a shame.
It's a massive shame. I'm kind of upset about it, but you got to go to China. You love it over there. Got to do your thing.
Oh, dude, it is a cool place.
It is pretty nice.
All right. First, let's say first proper gun round for Fnatic. Even though they've had one gun round already, this time they have an AWP.
Yeah.
They're taking it a bit more seriously now. They know what they're up against.
Okay. I'm on board with that. Choo-choo.
And it's very, very slow. Just in defense of our boy one more time. I think this was something Cypher brought to the table, was he would just kind of charge in if that's what was required. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Up close. Rez. Oh,
Rez.
Chance at the double. Crims is there to trade. And so finally an advantage for Fnatic. Let's see if this can be them getting on the board. There's aggression from ZTR.
Okay. Well, this is looking quite promising now. 20 seconds remaining. Jacasmo with the bomb. Trying to ensure this bomb goes down cleanly. It's going to be Crims watching the extremities, finding ZTR on that aforementioned Ivy push. That's going to be the round. All right, Fnatic have arrived. Took a while, but that's a very convincing round there. Rez, I'm not really sure what happened there. Known for his mechanics, Harry. Known for his calm aim, his precision. And kind of fumbled one of the easiest kills he's going to get all game.
Yeah, you know, I think, like, you're also just a little bit surprised. Walked on by two players. You know, especially when, up until that point, they only saw BlameF floating around. Not uncommon to see him alone. Crimson actually came back from Ivy, and so was never seen in the death cam or anything. And usually, right, you kind of see BlameF there. You're thinking he's lurking. You're thinking he's alone.
I don't know, this tournament, he's kind of mixed things up. He's been front of the pack.
Oh, yeah, no, he's been you know, he's really worked on varying his game.
Yeah.
Right? I think in the past, criticism of BlameF was pretty justified, if I'm honest. He played by the numbers to a fault, right? And it was like, he kind of would avoid fights if they're bad, if they're not, like, good for, and on his terms. But now I think we're getting a way more varied BlameF. Where he's not afraid to go in first. He's not afraid to, like, disrespect his opponents a little bit.
Well, let's see then. Fnatic, can he keep this streak going? I say streak, go one round. Let's start a streak. Towson, PR trying to maintain control of the brown halls here. The most important part of the entire battlefield. You can have two CTs here, maintain that control, slows them right down on the Fnatic side, but they're being very patient about it. They're happy to wait out these smokes. Cost the CTs their util. Towson still has a smoke towards inner, currently alone there as well, so here comes another Molotov. On both sides of the equation, it's going to be Ivy control Fnatic are looking for, but Jacasmo helps himself the brown halls as well, confirms it's clear. Bomb towards main right now, but can easily be transported to either side of the map. CT's hungry for info, going to try and get it towards main entrance. Hypex will position himself with the AWP towards main. 40 seconds here, last call needs to be made. Bomb recovered by the AWP. Speaking of which, there's Hypex with his, gets the pick, discovers the bomb, and that is going to make things very uncomfortable now. 30 seconds, and no control. Fnatic are in trouble here.
Made on the smoke, hoping that provides a kill, and it hasn't. You're just running out of time. Oh, Jacasmo, that's horrible, man.
GG. Well, good round.
Round over. And only BlameF gets to save.
Okay, that one's a bit of a stinker.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm still really, you know, even taking the emotions out of it, that are definitely there on the whole Cypher situation. I'm really not sold just based on what we've seen in these games. I feel like they've lost their ability to have like a an opener. You know, Cypher quite liked the dirty jobs of running in first.
Did you not see them against MIBR?
Yeah, but that was MIBR. That's Blame F in full disrespect, you know?
It was fun, though.
Also, like, within this squad, I think when you look at, like, Blame F's evolution, I think he had to in this team of Fnatic, because him and Crims are very similar players in terms of how they approach the game, like the pace, the speed, the fights they like to take.
Right.
And I don't think you turn around a Crims this late in his career and say, hey, bro, you got to learn new roles. You know, I think also it makes Blame F more valuable as a commodity, as like a piece within this squad, if he was the one to undertake that, and he very much has. But still, you know, he's quite specific about the fights he wants to go for, as we're seeing in these early rounds.
Well, we've got a royal flush set up here. 4 AKs, an AWP on the CT side. The final form of GamerLegion here suggests things aren't going very well at all for Fnatic. Rez trying his luck towards main entrance once again. Confirms no one's home. No presence whatsoever. 2 players towards Ivy, 2 in T-spawn. We have Jacasmo watching towards those brown halls once again. Fnatic need to show us a bit more here. Hypex is feeling brave for a second. No smoke behind him. Suggests there will be players coming his way. Smoke down of zone, and they're going to push it. Jambo looking to get out the right side, but Hypex will still find him, looking for the double here, and connects the dots. Beautiful sequence, presumably round over. They're fully invested. It's Fear down to a Tech 9.
Oh, I tell you what, though, I've missed watching the real CS squads. GamerLegion hitting hard right now.
Yeah, right.
And playing it perfectly, never overextending, never playing into this like Fnatic default that's being held.
It's a beautiful
They just
thing.
wait. They know that like if you leave enough time, Fnatic are playing so slow that they're just gonna run out of time to do anything good in the round. Here's the backstab for Torsten as he gets activated, pushing through B. Now Fnatic fully boxed in.
Oh, it's so brutal. They don't even get one kill. It's another clean sweep.
We're gonna have triple agents. Jambo, Fear, and Jacasmo are all 3 of them about to go 0-7. Was dropping Cypher really the move, guys? Was that really the one? Don't get me wrong, I know he had some bad games in there too.
Right.
But, you know, Fnatic have always won in this head-to-head. They won it most recently, Cypher top frag.
Listen, it's T-side of train, Harry. It's early days. They can still go 6-6.
Dude, they have 3 guys without a kill, Henry.
Yeah, but watch this round. This is the round you win.
All right, that's not bad. Jambo gets on the board.
Here we go. They're in.
Well, they're playing with a bit of pace, right? This is finally GamerLegion, who have been conditioned for all these slow rounds. Getting burned by it. And they've gotten very, very aggressive. Crims through the back line. No one even in a position to deal with this. Awkward as ZTR's tagged off. Crims should be able to finish him.
There we go.
And so now you're in a power position. You've got CT. The backstab in from PR trying to reopen this round.
Too much to deal with. No control on the CT side. Well, that's a hell of a flashbang, though. Not the best follow-up, and there it is. That's going to be round. We are going to see Hypex making his way through. PR just had to smoke the bomb. Oh, my God.
Oh, God. They can't stop this. They can't stop this. PR's done it. Daylight robbery.
Oh, no.
And so Fnatic had all the makings of a round. They play a little faster. They play a little looser on the Tech 9s, and they get defused.
Guys. Someone watch the bomb. I know it's really exciting to be in CT spawn, cutting off the rotations, but someone has to stay with the bomb. Let's give it a little look. That's insane they lose that round. Like I said, it's fun being that deep in towards the B-bomb side. You're in the thick of it, you're fighting, you're enjoying it, but the fact they defuse the bomb there and you can do nothing about it. We see 7-1, it's back. The most dangerous scoreline in the world. But that was Fnatic's round all day long. They've given it up. I guess they chip away at the economy somewhat. They now only have $13,000 on PR. so. That was a partial buy, to be fair. That was just Tech 9s, a MAC-10. This is another full gun round. They found some kills. There's only one player without a frag so far. That's going to be Fear. He's gone. Oh, it's such a perfect play as well. Flash him off. Get the kill. Smoke off the choke point. Looking like another very promising round here for GamerLegion. 40 seconds remaining. They just don't have enough to really work with it and they don't map control at all. They're walking in towards Pop Dog now. Rez, he might go down here. He gets nothing. There we go. The round's on.
Yeah, Crims even gets one out towards Ivy. And so a chance for Fnatic. Triple setup back in the connector. There's layers to this defense, so as they try to come around the corner here, they better be ready for gunfights, because they're going to get a lot of them. Jacasmo, double kill, he certainly was. It's left on a Hypex. Preston shot at the first. Even lands the tag there onto Jambo, but I don't think he's in the business of attempting this round.
Well, there it is, recovering a bit of a disaster there. Rez opened things up on Fear. It looked like they were locked out, but Crims lurking towards Ivy. Crack things open. Jacasmo finds a couple. The three-man stack towards main.
He's tried another ninja defuse.
You got to respect it. Why not? There's so much money.
GamerLegion, man. They think they do not have an ounce of respect for Fnatic. He tried to defuse again.
Yeah, that's how it started off. Rez going down, maybe an overzealous position. Very committed. Jacasmo managing to get a couple and then does attempt the defuse. They've got like 16K on PR at this point, so yeah, fair enough. Give it a go. Round number 10, getting to the closing stages of this first half. Bear in mind it's the pick of Fnatic as well. They're looking for like 3 or 4 rounds at this stage. Not the cleanest opener. Towson should go down. Need a quick burst on the first, but it will be Jacasmo to bring it back to a 4-on-4.
All right, they managed to get out main. They're playing with a bit more pace in this round. The pacier ones have served Fnatic quite well. Are they ready for this fast backstab, though? ZTR. Oh! Hypex! That's filth.
Insane.
Bro, that is a wild flick. And you know, I know he's been streaky, his Hypex, but you sometimes get these sequences out of him where he hits the shots like that, and you see what GamerLegion's see in him.
I mean, GamerLegion have been struggling for AWPers for a while now.
Yeah.
Going from Slen to Kersey, and it feels like Hypex might be the real deal. Finally, they've got someone who's reliable and can step up in the big games.
Yeah, he, I think, you know, there's still some refinement. He still had some rougher games in there. But he will just occasionally have these sequences where you see all that potential. You see it bottled up. Blame F left in the clutch.
Yeah, the thing with Kersey is we never saw that potential until like the absolute last tournament when we knew he was being kicked. Then he actually started playing well. That was the issue with him. And until that point, he was very mediocre. For now, though, Blame F is going to say maybe there's a chance of this clutch. Not going to happen, I'm afraid. Overwhelmed in the 3 versus 1. Beautiful shots coming in there from Hypex. Gets himself a double kill. The most notable, the flick from the connector to Red Train. Sensational work. We go 8-2. With bomb planted, though, there should be a buy here, but maybe tactical timeout territory, considering the scoreline now. Just a couple of rounds to go. Feels like they need these last 2 if they're going to survive this outing on Train. Their map pick. Overpass next. It's a specialty choice by GamerLegion, sorry. That was the flick. Let's have a look at it in slow motion. Boom.
Was back at EPL.
Ooh.
Hypex had a sick sequence in, I'm pretty sure it was the Mongols game, the one where they got eliminated. I think he got a sick 4K, kind of similar flicky style. So you do get these really sweet moments from him every now and again. If he can bring that to the forefront on a more consistent basis, Hypex certainly feels like GamerLegion have found their AWPer.
Harry, I hate to bring it up,
Yeah.
but there is a frag movie in the making here.
Yes,
Fear,
there is.
0-9.
Well, actually, there's a couple. Blame F.
Okay, actually
Denmark's
true.
best
We could have
player.
a duo.
Are they really going to do it to Denmark's best player?
They might do, honestly. They didn't do it to Hooksy. Hooksy didn't get a frag movie for his 1 in 16, so maybe Blame F will survive. I don't know. They missed the Molotov towards Pop Dog. They've allowed Hypex to have control. He's actually looking terrible out there right now. Blame F, these are the kind of plays he makes.
No
okay,
frag movie for Blame F.
Oh!
Quick double. And he secured them a foothold, but ZTR's made it past him in the back line now. Fear gonna go from bad to worse. As the backstab connects, Hypex wrestles another one back for GamerLegion. And this one's still live, still his legs on it. 2 versus 2, thanks to heroic plays from the Hypex AWP and the ZTR flank. They lose Towson, and now it is just Hypex.
You can't beat this duo. We all know it, Harry. Crimson, Blame F. It's unstoppable.
Come on.
You can't
Clutch! Clutch! Clutch!
Come on, guys, chant it with us.
Everyone,
Clutch!
type it in chat.
Clutch! Clutch!
I can't hear you.
Hypex, come on.
Clutch! Come on! Clutch! Clutch! Clutch!
We're sounding the clutch alarm. He can do it.
Come on, guys. Don't hear you at the back. Why has the room gone silent?
He's up against the 2 clutch players for Fnatic.
It looks like Krems has just read him like a book. Not a very good one. You might even knife him. Okay, dead. Round done. Beautiful maneuver there. Fnatic finally activate Blame F. Gets himself a double. Not much hype over there right now. But like we said, 4 will do, Harry. T-side train, 4 is pretty much par for the course. Like losing pistol and having to recover, like this isn't too bad. It's absolutely fine. You pick this map, you should be able to operate pretty comfortably on the CT side.
Get rights in chat.
No.
He said this ain't like the Fnatic in 2014. That's fair. that's fair.
Yeah,
He would know.
fair comment. Accurate comment. Nothing like him in a way. That's more like it though from Blame F. You love to see that, don't you? Another double kill. They're coming online here. They're waking up. First game of the day, first half, and they're going to close things out with a beautiful sequence of Blame F.
Come on,
Gets himself 5 and 8.
Get your one. Hypex darting through. Hang on. That's bomb denied.
Oh, no.
Hypex, he's also just skirted past Fear again. In and out like a light is Hypex.
There's no way, is there?
Surely
Okay, no,
not. I mean, you think he's gonna
Give
try
Fear
it.
1.
Go for it, bro. Last round of the half. Everyone's watching. Everyone's thinking this could be it.
Clutch!
Oh! He hits
wanted
it. Come on. Fresh mag put in for the task ahead. Hypex trying to embark on the ace 1v4.
Clutch! Clutch!
Oh, missed shot. Blame F stops him. Fnatic in with a 4th. And that's something they at least get a handful of rounds on the T half. It's way better than they could have hoped for, man, with how this game was looking, how dominant it was starting to feel. Getting out with 4 is a job well done.
I think you're happy with that. You were looking down in the dumps. You were getting absolutely ravished there. There was so many clean sweeps, so many rounds where GamerLegion had 5 alive. They'll actually be thinking, we kind of let them back in there. Blame F got activated, back-to-back rounds. He gets a double kill. Out of main, it felt a little bit too easy towards the end. So yeah, I think you're absolutely fine with 4 rounds. So you move over to the CT side now. Win the pistol there, MR12. It's a cruel mistress. Anything can and will happen. This game is not secure. Even 10-2 is not secure these days. We saw FlyQuest give it up just moments ago. Harry, could you give us an A-Stream update? What's going on with FlyQuest and Liquid?
Yes, let me get that for you, sir.
I'd love to know.
It is over.
No, don't tell me they lost.
Liquid,
Don't tell me
2-0 finish. FlyQuest moved down to the dreaded 2-2 position. Playoffs or nothing.
Guys, they had the game in the palm of their hand. They had to lose at some point. Oh, they're feeling it now. They're feeling it. Fear still on for the frag movie. A very important pistol here for him. We'll see GamerLegion making their way towards Inner. Smoke, Molotov, flashes, Jacasmo. Maybe some bad info here. Got the Julie, spots one. Good timing, gets away with it. Might change their plans here. It's going to force out a smoke from the CT side. Speaking of which, we've got Jambo. Oh, that's all the util. Be very careful, ZTR. Do not want to go down the full util belt. So he'll be deploying utility from the dumpster. You can do pretty much every smoke from this position.
I mean, this is, you want to play your best pistol right now, because if you win this, you're on the fast track to pick up train, no stress, no worries. Lost in the pistol round, suddenly this is a game that tightens up, and it takes what could have been a very quick day, turns it into a long one. So, smokes down, a wall of them to try and facilitate a plant here. Jacasmo in the feed, spams two on the dual Berettas. PR going back, at least clears out Fear 0-12 now.
Damn.
They're trying to lend some time to Torsten's flank, but not long for this world. Good check out of Jacasmo, a great pistol round. He's actually on track to have his best game at the tournament yet.
All right. Felt like GamerLegion might have overcooked that a little bit. Detector towards inside, back towards Pop Dog. Try to flush out man with the Molotov, no one home. Coming out, facing the Julies of Jacasmo. I think they're trying to plant in the smoke and then taking so much damage, had to cancel. He then gets the bomb down in towards main, or connect I should say, sorry, and then it just all falls apart. So this game is back on. No plant actually received there for GamerLegion. We're going to have an eco here in the second round. More of the same, really. Desert Eagle, Glocks only, and Fnatic right back into this. They know it. GamerLegion can feel it as well. What felt like a very promising one-sided half. All of a sudden, it was a bit more precarious now. Fnatic should be able to close this one out, no problem. Go 8-6. And still going to be a compromised buy going forward. It's just unlikely GamerLegion will find a plan here.
Oh my god. Oh, that's the clip they have to use in the Frag movie. The MP9 swinging onto 3 Glocks and dies.
That is rough. That is a rough one. Like, you're in your head now. If you weren't already...
Yeah, I mean, I doubt you're in the best mental state to begin with. But
you go down the Glocks. They like let you off the leash to set you up there. Like, oh, dude, they're on Glocks right now. You should go find a couple of kills. Like, go ahead. And he died.
Oh, that's got to be the clip. That's his highest damage round, I think.
Okay.
Oh my god. I just can't believe it. No, we don't need the head to... Yeah, it's not been a good day. There's no denying it. That was the captain head-to-head. Doesn't feel that fair.
But there's plenty of time to recover this, Harry. They're on the CT side now. Oh, that's the Molotov Fnatic we're missing a few times in a row. Makes things uncomfortable, denies access towards a Pop Dog. Jambo granted a little bit of space towards main, though. He crims towards Brown Halls. Upper ramp on the CT side here. Bottom part of the map, can't allow CTs to have free reign here. Big frag, Crims will get it. Safe pair of hands, maybe oversteps the mark there though. Opening frag. You're alone towards inside. This has been enough to take that frag and bail. 4-on-4 helps out the T's tremendously. Thins out the CT defense. CTR. Only have some util here. Oh dear. Jambo one step ahead of the curve though. Will find him and maintain that man advantage for Fnatic.
Oh, a little cough. Sorry, that snuck up on me. Didn't have time to hit the mute key.
That's all right.
But as we try and emotionally recover from that, so a GamerLegion, rough spot to be in, and it gets worse. Hypex dead next. That's the bomb. Jambo on a bit of a search mission in this round. Will get dropped. Still, you're not that worried as GamerLegion is split up. Rez faking the B play with a lurk smoke down ramp. Lame F already has the info that no one's moved in behind that, and so Fnatic shouldn't rejig the setup here. Fear, this could be his first kill. Feels like it's going to be. Bomb,
there we go.
Crossing, and he's on the board. Round
Easy.
15,
Get a
Fear,
double.
welcome to the server, closes it with 2.
He needed that. And that's the frag move he avoided. Round garnered. And speaking of which, it's a one-round game. Fnatic right back in. It's on the CT side as well. You might have given them the edge. Crim's beautiful opening frag, like I said, maybe overstepped a little bit there, but still. Jambo's repositioning towards main. Caught them off guard. Just have a couple. Rez did his best to fight back. Wasn't quite enough. Fear defending the A-bomb side valiantly there, and it's going to force GamerLegion down to a bit of a partial buy situation. This just tie things up. It was looking very comfortable for GamerLegion at one point. All of a sudden, it's going to be an arduous process to do the deep Ivy smoke here. Thing is, with Jambo playing that position, very difficult to dislodge him now. You don't have the flash to get him off the angle. Just going to have to peek it, go for the run boost potentially. So he spots one going over, smokes it himself. And that makes things a whole lot more frustrating. Looks like ZTR has got himself another smoke, so he'll do the same one again.
This was why we said, you know, getting that pistol round would make this a very quick, easy game. Otherwise, you've turned it into a long day indeed, and that's what GamerLegion are feeling the full weight of now. Fnatic on the better half, the better side.
Oh.
And slowly but surely, some more players getting switched online. Oh, nearly awkward for Blame F. Chikazmo bails him out. ZTR gets his hands on an AWP. What do you want to do with this? Maybe it's a case of just throwing it out, looking for some damage, trying to keep Fnatic modest. Instead, he's gone. And so that's an AWP that can get retrieved for Fnatic. Throwing it out would have been sick. It would have had massive implications. And Torsen just wants to die before the time runs out. They'll grant him that wish at least. Crim's a merciful god at the top of the server. One kill's time. This is Chikazmo's best game he's had in Bucharest.
That can't be true. 14 is, or 15 is his best he's had so far.
15 is his best.
Oh my. Not been a great showing then. See if he can pull it back. I would say he's on track to do so.
I have just, yeah, I think it's been a weird one. Like the tournaments felt very underwhelming for the passion core inside of this Fnatic team.
Yeah.
Like genuinely, Fear's stats are very inflated because of that one Inferno game versus MIBR. I don't think you can take him at face value. Yeah, so I think it will make up for it.
Here we go then, boys. GamerLegion had this game. It was looking so good for them. All of a sudden, it's 8-8. They're down to a not ideal buy. They're taking damage en route to open things up. Jambo will find the initial kill. That's Towson going down towards lower ramp. All of a sudden, we're looking uncomfortable again. CTs. Strong arms in the inside area. Almost zero map control to speak of on the T side here. Don't have Brown Halls. Don't have Pop Dog, obviously. Don't have Main. They have nothing. And in terms of util, a couple of smokes, a couple of flashes remaining. So what's the play here? Will be ZTR. Patrolling Main with the bomb. Rez trying to get some control of the Pop Dog area, flushing out Main. A deep smoke, though, just nullifies their efforts. Do they dare go through it? Sandwich smoke goes down. Okay, ZTR was feeling brave.
I mean, they've got good space, good ground, but they need to get that kind of first incision. Fear could be it. He's out on an island here. Has some support from the back of the train, but yeah, caught crossing out in the open. Jacasmo, keen trade, and has the cover from the Jambo AWP. Backstab now been spotted, and no road left to run for Fnatic. Sorry, for GamerLegion. Fnatic now taking the lead from this crazy slow start. They've successfully turned it around. And just as a reminder, you know, there was a point in time where this game was 7-1 in GamerLegion's favor. It was always going to be tricky, right? ZTR, a captain who one of the biggest criticisms you could leverage against him across his career has been his T-sides. And this is not a T-sided map by any margins. Very heavy CT favor. So it was always going to be tricky. So much so that ZTR, the acronym that is his name, has often been joked to be 0T rounds. Well, he's living up to that right now.
Yeah, this could be a bit of a whitewash situation. Jacasmo's got the perfect read on PR. 3B killed.
There you go. It's Jacasmo's best game at Bucharest. Leveling up. Oh, another from Jacasmo.
That's presumably round. They had an AK and a couple of pistols to work with here, but Jacasmo just absolutely bodies them towards main. Beautiful synergy and teamwork. Flashbang set him up for success to get the second. And I think that's going to be double digits for Fnatic. What a comeback this is. GamerLegion floundering once again here in Bucharest. Yet to post a single round on their T side. I don't think this will be the one where they bounce back. They smoke off towards Sandwich. Now flashbang towards main, but so uncomfortable. Beard is tucked away. You feel like he's guaranteed a kill in that position. His teammate Jacasmo trying to steal the glory. And it's going to be a very convincing finish there. Double digits indeed for Fnatic, 10-8. GamerLegion take a tactical pause. Ash not happy with what he's seeing so far. The wheels have officially fallen off. This is the 1-2 game, the elimination bracket. Overpass coming up next. Admittedly, the pick of Fnatic, but you had such a strong start. 7-1 up, and now finding yourself 10-8 down says it all. Look at this play. Look at the flashbang, Harry. Just a thing of beauty here. Look how blind they were.
Counter-terrorists win.
We're going to go back to basics, but looks of things here. All 5 players inside. Mix it up. Jambo, though, in a prime position to open things. Got the AWP, hits the shot. And I think they continue with their push. They're going to go for the fire and flames. Crim's just mowing them down. It's an absolute disaster. That's the tactical timeout. Rush inside. Nothing picked up, nothing found. GamerLegion 5-on-2 against them.
Yeah, this is starting to feel really quite brutal, isn't it? I mean, it's been feeling brutal for a while, but just the idea that Fnatic are essentially playing a 4-on-5. Fear had that 1-2K round. That's all he's contributed to the game, and still GamerLegion just can't break through. It's worrying that they're losing rounds this concisely, this cleanly.
Well, it's been read like a book there as well. They're the orb down
especially after the pause, you know, you're expecting something different. The only rounds that GamerLegion have really played super pacey in are those B hits, and so you kind of, you know, if you're Fnatic, you almost prep for the worst, you know? Like, the fastest way you could lose the round is on one of those fast B attacks from GamerLegion, so you pad it out a little, you start too strong there, comfortable in the knowledge that if it isn't the B rush, you can rotate around, you can play retake on A. You've got good faith in your A players and their crossfires. Crim's continuing just to have a fantastic game. Been a good tournament for Crim's across the board. Been one of the other guys up there trying to lend Blame F some assistance.
Yeah, that's a tactical timeout. Running through an incendiary. Grim's mowing you down from way downtown. Gets himself a quad kill. Beautiful sequence from the old boy. Happy with that. Yeah, he has had a great tournament. He's been turning some heads. The mechanics have looked impressive. And now it's another partial buy here. Oof, nice little grenade as well. Chips away at Towson. I think they're going to try it again. Grim's going to hear another chance to get a quad kill here. This time, not as clean with it. They've got some control towards the inside bomb side. This is actually looking quite promising. And this is how Fnatic managed to get some control of the game in the first half. They did lose out to the full defuse in the end, but very similar situation. A 3-on-3 with the bomb planted, and they've got control of the backlines here.
Yeah, one thing that could leave you concerned was they had the chance to get two players aggressive, but because Hypex had the bomb, he had to go back and plant. So it's actually just down to one guy in this aggressive line. ZTR now on for the task of trying to stop the spillover of Fnatic. He can play trigger discipline for a while, but goes for the shot straight away, and now they know about him. You can actually just discount that backlines player altogether. It's only Torsten out here on the rafters that you had to watch for. And he'll collect both kills. He had to do that. I mean, if you remember the round in the first half where GamerLegion stuck the defuse, it was the exact same thing, right? They just kind of ignored the player that got aggressive, went for the defuse. Torsten was there to cover for exactly that. And nothing shy of a double would have ensured that round. So good stuff from Torsten.
Oh, that was a squeaky bum time from ZTR. Makes a bit of a meal of the kill, but gets it over the line. Towson steps up, and finally they post their first round here on the T side. Down but not out. See if they can build a bit of a streak now. Denied map point. So, Fnatic, of course, plenty of cash after the impressive resurgence here on their CT side. Back-to-back inside plays finally works out for GamerLegion. Crims close and personal towards the brown halls. Jambo will help himself towards Ivy, finds ETR committing to the util as well. So, thing is, Crims is getting so much intel. They're going to walk down lower ramp there. He can't actually spot that. He doesn't know they've actually made it down. So, intel, I was just mentioning, he has no clue they've actually gone through. They'll hit the footsteps now, but there he is. He gets one at least. Maintains the advantage, but they've got inside under their remit.
Yeah, the Sinner bomb site has been their way in. Another aggressive stance, but this time with a bit more flung out towards the spawn. PR traded. Are they ready for a second player? Bomb this time as well is planted for deep control. So again, Torsten, if he wants to be left alive at the end, he's got to win both of these fights. Scares Jambo off the angle, has him boxed in this corner. Defuse tap, Jacasmo with one, but Torsten has the fail-safe there to lock it in. And so now 2 rounds attributed to Torsten, single-handedly stepping up and delivering for GamerLegion.
Wow.
He's carving out a path on this T side, giving them something to go off of. They owe him a debt of gratitude here, as the only reason this game still plays on is down to him in those post plants.
Oh, wow. The fact that they even got their opening pick, a 5-on-4, they need to recover. They make their way towards inside once again. Crims gives them way too much room to work with there, and Towson working in TT spawn, finds multiple kills, and now they're closing the gap. Now looking like they can do this once again. They're knocking on the door of breaking Fnatic financially.
And this late in the game, that's disastrous. You know, like that's game over if you're Fnatic. This is the round where you have to win. If you want to pick up Train, you need this one.
Wow. Wind in their sails. Couple of rounds in the bag.
They put their 2 best men over towards his B site, Crims and Blame F. You might think you've scared the AWP off. Baiting a second shot out good. And now the molly to displace this pop dog hold. They've cut off the flow of info over here. Now the bomb rests on the back of Hypex, who's lining up util. This play looking to end at the A site, hoping that they've conditioned Fnatic enough to worry about B. And they'd be right in that assumption. Still a 2-man hold over towards the B site. They're left playing through a Molotov out of pop. And so Fnatic moving pieces around here, but the rotates are going to be slow to arrive. These early fights weighted heavily. And a swing and a miss from Fear. Jacasmo dead with nothing done. Jambo and Crims wrestling it back with a kill apiece. And so Fnatic can still give this one a look in.
Towson just doing absolutely everything out there right now. Triple kill in the round. Back-to-back victories due to his input. And now is going to be the bomb planted. A difficult retake and now almost impossible. Towson on for the ace here. Crims fighting back. He'll need a quad kill himself. 2 versus 1, and the money will be broken here. Is it even worth going for? I don't think he seems to be going for it at all. So back he goes towards CD spawn. GamerLegion have done it. Saving the AK-47. Towson with a quad kill. This guy cannot be stopped in the last 3 rounds. Saving GamerLegion time and time again. Really great play as well. That connector smoke they're doing that just leaks out allows you to like cut off the vision from the back bomb train as well. Vision from the connector. They do one towards E-box as well, and they can plant in the smoke. And sure, Crim's got a kill through it, but gives you so much space to work with. CTs just feels so locked in. Stifling control there from GamerLegion, and we tie things up at 11-11. Lost bonuses on their side. Saving the AK was a necessity there, Harry, so they can buy into this, I'd say partially, I suppose. And they'll take a tactical timeout to discuss their options here because it doesn't look great.
I mean, dude, like, for the side of GamerLegion, on an 8-4 half, you know you only need a handful of rounds. You only need to break their money once, and you're right there ready to win this game. And Towson has provided every single one of those rounds, man. He's on track to do it right at the 11th hour as well, 3 in a row.
He's won them all those rounds.
He has, like, damn near single-handedly. Obviously, it's a product of the round that he gets to those positions in the first place to win it. So he still had assistance to get there, but my God, he still had to be the one delivering the kills to seal the deal.
Oh, yes, indeed. So what's the play, boys? Fnatic. This great comeback.
Fear surely drops the gun. Like, I know I'm all for trying to get people switched back online, but like this isn't the time nor the place. And there's the gun gone. Picked up now by Blamer. But he's out of position because he had to get the gun. Crims on the second hero gun. And Jacasmo, smoke walk, punish. No, GamerLegion, don't give it up like this. After this ludicrous comeback, the aggression has betrayed them. There's no Towson in this round to bail them out. It's got to be Hypex and ZTR.
Oh, good smoke as well. Allows the reposition, the round reset now for Fnatic. They're in compromised positions in total, but ZTR does have the bomb. He gets his planted early. He knows they won't have kids, Harry. So there is a good chance they can run down the clock. They've got another Molotov as well. This is going to come down to Brain rather than Brawn. Need to just play this bomb, force some awkward fights, knowing they won't have utility, they won't have a kit. I would still say GamerLegion are in a winning position due to ZTR just getting that bomb down quickly.
Yeah, just the fact you know they don't have kids, and so even if they move as fast as physically possible, look at how little time left is on that bomb. Hypex. Clean kill out of Jambo. ZTR going to try get the molly in instead. Defuse being held. Molly's missed the mark. Crim starts to burn, and ZTR finally gets his time in the limelight. You see a real relief on the face of the captain there. In the past, it's been Towson to step up and deliver every one of those rounds. ZTR, the man that has struggled to get anything going on this T side with an important clutch.
Dude, what a round. Actually nailed the molly.
Yeah, it spreads the last second from there, right? That was wild. It looked like it was off the mark.
But they've got it. Mad point. That was a partial buy. Fnatic got it tantalizingly close. But it's a one-round game. GamerLegion will call the timeout. Catch their breath. Work things out here. That's the molly. Does land in the end. It's Crims that had no chance there. Beautiful sequence. We mentioned even the man deficit without the kits, without the util. Going to be very difficult to retake that bomb site. Good recovery. GamerLegion on their feet. One more round would do it. Money not ideal. ZTR down to a Galil. But enough to work with here. Speaking of which, it's going to be Fear 2 and 19. Having to make do.
In a full 24-round game, like, that is unforgivable.
Yeah, that's fair. And those 2 frags came in 1 round.
Just the idea that, you know, you envision, even if you had 5 kills right now, you've already won this game. Fear up close, doing what he can, gets out with 1 more. He'll salvage 3 kills before all is said and done. But there he is, dead in the open, and GamerLegion, a runaway success down the tail end of the T side. They've got Torsten to thank. What a performance from him. We said coming into this game, Torsten's been having a great tournament. He's been the guy to look to, and boy, did he show that off in this match. It was growing so desperate for GamerLegion.
Clutch is coming through, and it looks like we are almost good to go, ladies and gentlemen. As mentioned, this could be the end of the run here for Fnatic. It's been an up and down year for them. A team that's going to the major with some controversy attached with the removal of Cypher, who helped them qualify for said major. It's Jacasmo who's been brought in to replace him. We've been told the synergy between Jacasmo and Crims is unbelievably good, so that was the reason behind it. But time will tell. Jacasmo hasn't had a great tournament so far, and we'll see if Fnatic can put their best foot forward here on the CT side of Overpass. CTR with the utility. It's going to be a smoke in towards Heaven and fast play towards Monster. Fear to open things up. Already off to a great start here. Jambo with the second. And this is looking very convincing for Fnatic. A clean sweep by the looks of things here. Rez will find 1, but no chance of winning the round now.
No. Stopped at the door, allowed to get out through Monster, but go no further. Fnatic with a convincing pistol.
That's all they get. They got a force buy in the second. You absolutely got nothing done there. Bit of a read, it seems like. They had the boost covering short, and 2 players actually behind the sandbags there as well, expecting that sort of rush. Very defensive, very well held. Everyone nailing their shots, but now got to deal with the upgraded pistols. It's going to be Tech 9s, some basic util, and towards the underpass we go. Fnatic. Nice start there. So clean, they get themselves 4 M4s to work with going forward here. Does mean you have to give up a little bit of utility, all this extra firepower, but preparing for the future. See if Towson can make his way through the connector here. No one home. CT's understandably playing quite defensively here. 3 towards A. It's going to be Jambo patrolling long. We'll have Crims working with Blame F here. Bathrooms under their remit so far, dropping the defensive smokes.
So something else to keep an eye on here, and this is rather counterintuitive for the map, is that GamerLegion, in most of the games they win, it's actually usually predicated on really good T sides, which crazy to say on Overpass, crazy to say with a ZTR-led squad. But that's actually where they do a lot of the legwork. Not uncommon in 1 matches to see them get out with 7 or 8 T-side rounds.
Well, it won't be on this one. That's for sure. This round has gone horribly wrong. Hypex left alone. Clean sweep once again. The force buy completely dispatched of. And it's going to be Eco coming up next as well. So, yeah, Fnatic building up a decent lead here. Looking quite comfortable so far on the CT side. I don't think they can really bring much to the party here either. It's going to be a Desert Eagle for PR. Oh my. Jacasmo, beautiful shot to open things up. Should be a lot more where that came from. Need to get Fear online here if possible as well. Struggled against the Glocks on train. Trying to build up his confidence now, currently 1-0, got a nice kill on the pistol. Jambo helps himself to the second, and yeah, that's gonna be round confirmed, 3-0. See what they can make of their first gun round coming up next. Okay. Nice shot. Not bad.
Jambo's super low.
I guess
Even
you're
one
right.
more kill would be nice. Just to feel like you forced a decent reinvestment out of Fnatic.
Okay.
Ooh, bit awkward there, a bit weird for Jacasmo. Crim should still have the round on lock. And that's if his teammates don't beat him to the punch. There's the backstab. Crims arrives, deals with them both. Just waiting late con and rewarded for that patience. There's the 3-0 start for Fnatic as they managed to get through the conversions on the back of the pistol. And so here's this first gun round for GamerLegion.
Let's see what they've got. Won't have the AWP, that's for sure. Just the eco to deal with here, but Fnatic have found a 3-0 start on their opponent's map pick. A CT-sided map for sure, but this is looking quite convincing. Building up those resources. BlameF got taken down by the Desert Eagle. Coach just trying to keep his head in the game. Had a bit of a rough one by his standards on that first map. But here we go then. GamerLegion. Take a bit of damage on Hypex. Bombs down towards T-steps right now. Popping open the monster smoke. Fear will have a look, and to his detriment, PR will spam him down, get the opening kill. That is a great start for GamerLegion here. It's going to make things very uncomfortable on the CT side now. Towson, all the meanwhile, gets connected control, confirms no one's there. Lining up the flashbangs now. It's going to be Rez trying to push those CTs back. Taking that vision away, but they are playing in front of the util. It's going to be Jambo with the AWP, joined by BlameF. We've got a bit of a boost situation going on as well. Crim's up high, looking towards the connector.
Whole time you're doing this, you're vulnerable to a monster walkout. So they dismantle it eventually. Jacasmo with the spot. And now they hear the footsteps monster. They know it's this B play, but because those A rotates were playing quite deep, they're going to take a while to come through. Good thing Crims has got a double in him. GamerLegion lose that advantage. They pressure Jacasmo, but still, Crims survives back at CT, and now he's got the Jambo Orb moving in to help him. 2 versus 3 here, but you're already in position to kind of give this a look in if you're Fnatic. They'll start walking out. And it's on that stroll that Crims is finally punished. So save called, GamerLegion. Welcome to the T side. Doesn't take him long.
Pretty convincing in the end. Nice opening kill, finding Fear through the smoke and Monster. Recalibrated, made their way back in towards B. Actually a pretty impressive hold there from Crims from Graffiti. Managed to get the double spray down. Actually had a very impressive tournament. He's currently 8-1 here on the second map of Overpass, but it is indeed the first round for GamerLegion. Jambo to save the AWP. The money should be absolutely fine here. They've got more than enough to work with, so probably don't need a tactical timeout or anything like that. It's going to have everything they need going forward. The GamerLegion have arrived. Not the cleanest round, but a couple of players surviving. And their T campaign has officially started here. Looking for the 2-0. Bear in mind, this is the 1-2 game as well, so you're not through to the playoffs, but you will be knocking out your opponent. GamerLegion considered one of the stronger teams of this tournament as well, but it's been a pretty bumpy season for this team that's knocking on the door of being considered like a tier 1 team, a mainstay of the big tournaments in general. Haven't looked their best over the last few outings, getting dead last at CAC. Knocked out on day 1, Harry. 1 best of 1 and a best of 3, they were done.
Even their EPL campaign made it through stage 1, got wrecked in stage 2.
Not ideal, is it? especially those sort of tournaments like CAC, like they're one of the favorites. They've said in interviews they were there to win it, win the whole thing. Got knocked out after 2 games. 3 maps were played.
You're hoping for a bunch of rounds here if you're GamerLegion. As I said earlier, every time they've won this map over the last 3 months, it's been on the back of strong T sides. 7 to 8 rounds in all of their victories on the T half. And even then, those games have often closed up. So need to get away with something here. Have to save themselves after this site hold goes swimmingly for Fnatic. Rotates now arrive, and it's only Hypex left. He's in a world of hurt. He's getting boxed in. All of Fnatic here to stop him. They lost track of him for a moment, but he misses that opportunity to deal with Crims. He needed that if it was ever going to build to anything. Fnatic 4-1 up. And money in a precarious spot now for GamerLegion.
Yeah, it's absolutely busted. GamerLegion don't get anything done in towards that B-bomb site whatsoever. BlameF opens things up, catches the lurk of Reds. They funnel themselves in towards B, but Fear actually makes very light work of them. Crims to close things out. Great flashbangs coming in from Heaven as well on the rotations. Smoke down Monster, as mentioned. Money pretty tight. Got to ignore that smoke. In we go, but they can't ignore the incendiary. Towson, though, beautiful shot on that Desert Eagle. Might as well reset now. Got the advantage. CT's trying to make sure they can't recover that rifle. They've got an AK for PR and a 5-on-4 situation as well. PR will be positioned towards short. Towson, my God! That's a crazy shot to find on Jacasmo. Wow, okay. Stealing the show once again. Towson could be their savior once more. They were spiraling on train until Towson managed to string together 3 rounds pretty much on his own accord. Nice reaction from Crims, looking for the double himself. There's great damage to the second. Might be enough to recover this one. Now BlameF to be tested.
What's the decision going to be? They were kind of down to go and explore lower, but they decide against it. Torsen left over towards long. BlameF still aggressive up in the bathrooms. Realizes time is super low, and so being aggressive, not really needed here. He can just play back. Missed info, and they just started rotating away. Torsen with a third. This Deagle continuing to find success. Now is to plant the bomb as well. Time's running low. There's a backstab up through connector, and with him not planting, a round is done. Torsen, 4 kills deep, 1 shy of the ace. And Crims takes it to time. It's a high damage round. Good impact from Torsen, and an AWP save. That'll find its way over to Hypex. He's a one-man army right now, and it's still not enough.
What an insane round from Torsen, my God. Gets the AWP, gets enough to purchase full utility. He'll have an AK himself as well. Causes some financial damage at the very least to Fnatic, but tactical pause. GamerLegion normally get the job done on the T side of overpass. Have a look at these frags from Torsen's POV. This shot especially. Good Lord. Such a nice shot. Continues to dominate. Just didn't have time to work with there. Goes to the plant. Still finds BlameF. At least recovers the AWP. So affects their bank accounts. Boosts GamerLegion's while recovering the AWP. It's Hypex who's on 0-6 right now. As we go to round number 7. Smoke down towards Monster. This time courtesy of Crims. Got to see some output now. Money's still a bit all over the place for GamerLegion. It's going to be a Tech 9 ZTR. Some spam damage. Does connect towards Fear. Towson, though, feeling himself. Smoke down towards bathroom. BlameF being pincered here. Needs to choose an angle. Spots one. It's going to be Torsen. Takes him down. And can probably get away with this one as well. Can exit through the connector.
Gotta see Hypex hit a shot, man. 0-6 to open this up. Finally has his hands on an AWP. CTR trying to give chase to BlameF down here in Con. That fire is deceptive. You might think this is clear. BlameF gets spotted on that jiggle out, and ZTR will locate him down in the connector.
Big kill. Really needed that. And you're right, Hypex hasn't really had any input whatsoever. 35 seconds, rings in, and what have we got left? A couple of smokes and some flashbangs. The map control is looking promising at least, but there's smokes off towards bathrooms. PR trying to find some space, tucks himself away in the corner, and actually makes himself known. Great killer towards Jambo. Can he make it a double? Not quite. Crims continues to look very impressive here. Another double picked up. 2 versus 2, 15 seconds. Time on the side of Fnatic. It's going to be Rez. The spray transfer there. Beautiful stuff. Manages to get them a second round there. It wasn't clean. It wasn't comfortable, Harry. And Rez really needed to stick the landing on that spray, but my God, does he ever.
Yeah, just relieving for GamerLegion that they're able to do something with that round. You know, on Overpass, the rounds are going to feel quite scrappy, especially when you're playing slow, like GamerLegion are. You're leaving everything to like the final 20 seconds, so you're always going to be playing into, you know, a setup defense with crossfires. Right now, a lot of their game plan just hinging on hoping they can catch these timings when Fnatic rotate players out of position, and they've managed that a handful of times now.
Bear in mind as well, the efforts from Torsten on the Deagle, it's going to make things a bit more compromised now on the CT side, finances. See the buys coming through. It looks like rifles pretty much guaranteed, but we are going to be some concessions made as we get ready for round number 8 here. Fnatic, things should spiral for them. There's a lovely find from ZTR to have the presence of mind to check that. Little corner where BlameF is tucked away. Crims, another fantastic double. We're speaking of doubles, it was Rez. Crouching spray, had to commit to it, connects him to Casmo. And you can see, yeah, a couple of pistols, MP9. Speaking of which, the MP9 can do nothing. It's going to be Fear now. Up to bat next, gets nothing done. Crims, 13-2, doing everything he can here, but that's going to be the save call. We've got to maintain the AWP, and it's going to be the 3rd on the board. GamerLegion really coming to life here on the T side of Overpass. The hunt should be called, though. You want to take away absolutely everything if possible.
I mean, it's nice that you get the runway to go for a slightly faster round, knowing that Fnatic are lower on util, that you've broken the buy a bit. It's a good reminder. You need to throw them in every now and again so Fnatic aren't just holding on to util till the late round. And so something that might have an effect in rounds to come. GamerLegion, we said they want to do some good work here on the T half, and they still can, in spite of Fnatic able to withstand them early. They've hit that time now where they're taking control over the money. They're going to have Fnatic backs against the wall in a round's time if they're able to pick it up. And suddenly, you know, you could look for that 7-5 scoreline in this first half, and that would be enough for GamerLegion.
Oh, this is a pretty dicey moment now for Fnatic. A couple of players take the full eco, Casmo and Fear. Jambo, we've got to see a bit of movement out there. BlameF playing on the front foot towards short in front of the Molotov. PR might overlook that prospect. This is the key duel. This might decide the round in itself. PR relinquishes control. Allows him to have short for now. Oh my goodness, it's going so close. It's going to be, oh, I was going to say Jammer's got a freebie. What a miss that is.
Yeah, not how you wanted to lose one of the 2 guns. The AWP gone in connector. Bit of an ugly whiff for Jambo. And Rez is quick to capitalize. BlameF also iced out with good util. PR supporting Flash to tee up Torsten. Should just be a checking boxes here for GamerLegion as they walk that one over the line. Rez, nice little three-piece, capitalizing on the missed AWP, finishing off the pistols. Here's the reinvestment for Fnatic, and this round decides a hell of a lot. If GamerLegion pick it up, they're going to be on a big streak here, looking to run away on this T-half. We said it already, but if you're just tuning in, GamerLegion rather uncharacteristically often have a backbone of a strong T-side prop up their wins on Overpass with every series they've won, or every game they've won on this map, featuring a 7 or 8 T-side round count. Charging in towards the B site, they really changed the pace here, and Fnatic just aren't ready for it. That's some of that conditioning from earlier on that we talk about, right? You play all these slow rounds, Fnatic holding on to util, not really ready for anything that fast, that pacey, and that's why it works wonders for GamerLegion.
Yo, that is a lovely sequence of events there for PR, especially hitting some fantastic shots upon entry. Fnatic with some fancy footwork, did enjoy their run boost around the Molotov, but if anything, locked out their defense from the bomb site as 4 players stampeded through the monster tunnel, overwhelmed the defense, and yeah, it all falls apart. Jambo and BlameF, nothing to do, nothing to say. They're just going to have to save the 2 M4s here. Money going to be in a very compromised spot once again, but there should be at least a buy going forward. There are 4th stage loss bonus, which is $2,900 per player. You can technically drop 2 M4s. BlameF and Jambo, sacrifice your utility, bring out 2 M4s. You could do that. Not going to be the call. Looks like they're going to take a partial buy and save for round number 12. For GamerLegion, a recovery mission here. Was looking a little bit rough in their first stages here. This PR is nice double kill to open things up. And as we mentioned, it was the run moves forward to Casbo, locked him out, unfortunately, as they entered through. Oh, I don't think that's supposed to land there, Harry.
No, that's missed. And that's missed badly.
At all. Okay. Might not be a huge deal. No one a monster, I suppose. Jambo had a few misses himself. BlameF to open things up. Nice double kill. This is the partial buy as well, so he's done very well. Upgrades to the AK-47. On for the triple now. Converts it. 4 versus 2. All of a sudden, there's some life in Fnatic.
I mean, it's all come from BlameF on this hero gun. What a time to stand and deliver. 3 kills deep on his way to rescuing Fnatic and actually locking in a good half for them after all. Question for GamerLegion, do you go and deal with BlameF heads up? Do you try and get rid of that gun, or do you just compartmentalize him, kind of deal with that later, leave him back in the connector? Hypex has cleared the back line. They know he can't have gone anywhere else. And so should be aware that Con is still where BlameF is sitting. They've got to be diligent here in the clears. They get the spot. There's the info. PR finds one in the downtime. BlameF just trying to stay alive. Drops this smoke in. He's got a teammate closing the distance. Crims with an important pickup. Might be brought down low. 20 seconds left for PR to try and MacGyver away to win this round. Does find BlameF on the spam. In front of him is Fear, coming off of a woeful game on Train, but if he can get this 1 kill, that's all that matters. A lot of damage done. 10 seconds left of PR, a dead man. BlameF with a heroic round. Fnatic maintain pole position, and they stop a slew of T-side rounds coming in for GamerLegion.
Man, it was looking rough there for Fnatic. A couple of saved M4s once again, and BlameF puts them to work. Gets himself a triple kill, using that same corner that eluded him before. Gets the double, finds that triple, tucks himself away. It's so awkward, it's so uncomfortable until Crims arrive. The 5-7s to close things out. It's Fear also having a woeful series in general. He'll get the final kill there, and here's BlameF looking to cause damage once again. This time only good for the single, but significant damage towards Rez. Final round of this first half. Elimination on the line for Fnatic. 6-6 doesn't feel good enough, but 7-5, you've got a bit of breathing room. Next kill could decide the round. Hypex misses out. 2 for 7 right now. Hasn't really had the outcome you're looking for. Crims will take care of business towards Long. He's at the 15-4, Harry. What a performance he has had in these last couple of outings for Fnatic.
Oh, that's a good catch. Rims with aggression, but in the downtime, PR has crept all the way through B. So that has to be where they end up. Crim's even dead on that flank, and that only pulls more players up towards A for Fnatic. They've been nudged around the map wherever GamerLegion want them. They've got an open route to a bomb plant here. No reason they can't tie up this first half. Even now, you heard that one step. You saw PR kind of react to it. He knows where Jacasmo is coming from. And on the swing out, PR just going to deal with him. Deal with him before it's even a problem. Now a 3v1. Very, very comfortable for GamerLegion. No world in which this should get out of hand. Fear's been spotted, tagged up on his swing out from heaven. PR seals the deal with a double. And GamerLegion at least get through with 6 on the T side.
I mean, you say at least, but I feel like 6 is a bit of a death sentence for Fnatic. 6 feels very comfortable on a map like Overpass.
It's just weird because, like I say, whenever GamerLegion have won these games, it's always been on the back of a huge cache of T-side rounds. And sometimes even 8 T rounds has closed up massively. Thinking back to a game they played, I think it was at EPL versus Inner Circle, which went into like double overtime, maybe even triple overtime. And that was predicated on the back of an 8-4 T-half for GamerLegion, which you would think would be enough every day of the week.
You would think, yeah. Okay, good point. So maybe 6 isn't quite enough they need here, but I don't know. Fnatic had their moments. The economy let them down in the mid stages, but overall, some of the key players certainly started to shine. BlameF had some very high impact moments. Crims was solid throughout. Crims keeping them alive at times, closing rounds out, finding the important mid-round frags. PR managing to get the last couple here to find a 6-6. Still, generally speaking, a very successful T-side campaign. Pistol, GamerLegion can find it, would alleviate a lot of pressure, but Pistols haven't really been looking too great for them, to be honest with you. See if they can find one here. Rez towards long, currently 10-7. Fnatic could be the last half of Counter-Strike they play at the tournament here. Rez in a compromised position now, going to be swung on by multiple enemies. Doesn't do too much damage, but enough to retreat. What have we got left? Smoke, flash, Molotov for Fear. It's going to be Torsten. Looking for a guaranteed kill here. I say guarantee, makes a bit of a meal of it, but doesn't take too much damage for his troubles. It's going to have to be the A execute now. Smoke down towards Domster, and it's going to be Molotov on the bomb side. Flash to go through. CT playing in front of it for now. And that could cost Hypex his life. He's had a quiet one. Could have waited, had his teammates with him. Rez, known to be a bit of a USP beast, gets himself a double. Man advantage maintained, but the round far from over. 30 seconds on the clock. Oh my, PR. That should be enough to win it now. Fear hasn't been in great form. Taking damage now, position exposed. That's not a bad shot. Gets himself a 2 versus 1.
Yeah, just too much to worry about, though, with having to get that bomb planted. Incomplete information, right? Only knowing where Rez is and not having a concrete idea on where that second player can peek from. Just not a lot in that for Fear to get anything going in the 1v3. GamerLegion, okay, if you remember on Train, after a good first half, they were 8-4 up.
Yep.
We said, you know, winning the pistol, that can turn this into a very easy game. Losing it, way harder. Well, here, high impact pistol round secured cleanly for GamerLegion in spite of losing some early fights.
Yeah, true. And there's no bomb planted as well, so it gives them a bit of runway here. A buffer. As they go for a little boost, looking towards that connector. Just going to be Glocks. You'd imagine there's a Deagle in the mix. I don't think there is. It's the P250 for Fear. So a gimme round. A chance to build up the resources. GamerLegion should be finding 8-6 here. Their map pick. Already got their opponents in the bag. Been a rough season for the Legion of Gamers. Not the results they were looking for. After the first half of the year was very promising. A few playoff appearances. Players like Rez looking super sharp. Brought in Hypex. You thought that would be where they would start to really turn it all around. But he's only been in the team a couple of months now, but still, he's had promising moments for the team overall. Has been a little bit underwhelming. Would love to make a deep run here at PGL. Beautiful grenade, the significant damage, the UMP in hand as well as ETR lined up to get a few here. Not his best work, but not his worst. It's actually a nasty round overall.
Gone pretty horribly, yeah. Blame F. Dude, you would love a bomb plant. I don't think Torsten's going to let them get it, though. Charging down, Blame F. Knows the value. Denying that cash injection. Still a very costly round when all is said and done for GamerLegion. You're certainly seeing in these first few, when we say that they're one of the few teams out there that actually have a way better time on T sides than CTs here on Overpass. I think you're seeing some signs as to maybe why that is in these first few rounds of their CT campaign. I mean, for Fnatic, big question for me is just, can Crims keep this up? Because the only reason they've done so well is down to his individual performance.
Yeah,
how will that
point.
translate into the T half?
We need to see a bit more from Jacasmo, a bit more from Fear. Jacasmo again, another pretty underwhelming performance, 4 and 13. Blame F, middle of the pack. Star player potential not being realized in this series so far. Not too late to turn it on. They need him to arrive right here, right now. We've got a technical pause. 8-6 the scoreline, but they did do some significant damage, Harry. If they can find this round, the money will be well and truly broken. Like, GamerLegion should not be giving out 3 kills to the Glocks. Sure, the bomb doesn't go down, but it affects their coffers significantly going forward now. Do or die time. GamerLegion, Fnatic. Not the two teams you'd necessarily expect with the lineups we have here at PGL Masters to be down so early in this 1 and 2 bracket. We look back at the games they've played. GamerLegion losing to Pain, Saw, Fnatic on the other hand, Aurora, understandable. FlyQuest, maybe not so much. They're getting absolutely owned 2-0 by them. To be fair, FlyQuest have looked much better this tournament. The only maps they've won, Harry, are against MIBR, but I don't think that game's really worth counting, is it?
Yeah, I mean, if you're going off of ranking, right, it's like this is a 16-team event. GamerLegion were ranked 7th in that, so you were expecting a hell of a lot more. That's why I think that Saw loss really does hurt them. It is a sore loss for GamerLegion.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I know, right? A little bit of wordplay to get you all hot under the collar.
Okay, that's pretty good. Now I'm
but
interested.
yeah, you know, outside of that one, which was like a pretty huge upset as far as it goes, you know, that's the second lowest rated team beating in a close overtime 3-map affair, the 7th ranked team in this tournament. And that's what really set them on a path to ruin and has left them vulnerable. But they can recover and look to still make playoffs by winning this one today. If you can do it cleanly, that's a nice little statement victory on your path to do so. Quick trade out towards Monster. Crims keeping up appearances, has brought Fnatic into the B side, taking it one step further even. Questioning if he could keep it up on the T side. Well, in this first gun round, Crims is showing us that indeed he can.
Okay, well, that's going to be round. The money's so broken, you can't justify going for this one. It's a fast B-pop coming in from Fnatic, focusing towards the Monster Tunnel. Torsten only good for a single kill there. The floodgates opened. PR, we need to see a lot more output from him. Couldn't connect the dots whatsoever from Graffiti. And it will be Crims with the double, up to 20 now, and continuing to find kill after kill, chopping them down to size. This is a massive round for him to win. Sure, he goes down at the end, but the damage is done. 3 players remain. GamerLegion, finances completely ruined here. They'll only get $1,400 into the next round. So an absolute disaster on the B bomb site. Great work from Fnatic. Stifling pressure, pushing the CTs back. They were trying to save, but the wallbang's coming through. BlameF finding a player towards that connector. It's now a 1-round game. Barely any context in that B bomb side. Crims helps himself to a couple. This is the wallbang from BlameF. And hunting the remaining players down there is certainly worth it. They're going to have to force buy into this one. And like we said, losing 3 players to the Glocks has led them in pretty much financial ruin here. Couple of rifles. Couple of pistols, and that saved AK as well. They have to bring out all the gimmicks here, Harry. This is an old school one. We haven't seen this in years.
Yeah, the old school boost for sure. But you know, the one guy who will account for a boost like this is Crims.
True, he's seen this all
right? Like
before.
this is from the era of when he would play overpass.
Oh, he dismantled it. It was actually looking really promising. Something convinces them to give it up, and a 4-on-4 ensues. Advantage Fnatic, although BlameF is low. DTR hungry for information here. There is a player towards Monster. Gonna focus his efforts towards that connector. It's gonna be Crims lurking in. Oh, is he spotted? PR's coming, so yeah, definitely is now. I want to fall back. Jambo, on the other hand, will find ZTR. That was the flank from the connector we talked about. Hypex recovers it, gets the AK-47. Round still on. Very important one here for both teams, financially speaking. More so for GamerLegion. Fnatic will tie things up, force them onto an eco. On the T side, it could run away with it. BlameF, known for a lurk or two, helps himself towards the A bomb site. It's only Torsen here with the 5-7. Footsteps given over. Next kill could decide it all.
Oh, big pickup. There's the follow-up. Torsen.
No way.
It's over. He's done it. Round secured. Quick double out from the bank. And Torsen just continues to be a difference maker for GamerLegion. He's kept this up all tournament long. He was there in their hour of need on train, helping chain together that final streak of rounds that got that map over the line in a big way. And here, a backbreaker dealt the way of Fnatic. Wow. Stealing it away on a low econ round.
Oh my God, does he ever. Oh, the bomb being planted towards Bankside as well. They know exactly who the last player is. Crims is already spotted towards Monster. There was 10 seconds remaining. They needed that, Harry. They desperately needed that. The wheels were officially falling off for GamerLegion. It's looked ropey so far on the CT side, but that's a massive round to pick up, but the job is not done. It'll be the full investment this time for Fnatic, taking massive nade damage at the start. It's going to be Jambo and Fear down low. But lots of space taken. They've got themselves up towards long. CT's nowhere to be seen right now. Starting to fall back is Rez. But they are doing this very quietly. If he peeks, oh, he doesn't get the info. They have no idea. They're gonna get pounced on. It's over.
Yeah, nades pulled. Oh, that's so huge for ZTR. He's kept them both alive. He's denied this long walkout that could have been disastrous. They're not able to fully contain it. Jambo still comes through with the trade, but in the downtime, Torsten finds Crims on a B lurk. And is quick to rotate away. I mean, when you've seen multiple players so deep down long, you're expecting Fnatic will try to pounce, try to react off of the space they've been given. What a high-impact kill from ZTR, man. Guy is bottom of the board, not been having a good time. The one guy with a gun out as they walk around the long corner, and he's got it.
Oh!
And look at what that's gone on to do, right? It kept PR alive. It kept him in this round. He's now 2 kills deep.
Okay. This is a monumental success now for GamerLegion. They're finally looking comfortable, and Rez to close things out. You're dead on. They were looking out of position, out of information. And ZTR, it's a scrappy kill, but one will do. They already took significant damage from the nades en route to that spot. It was Jambo that couldn't swing. He gets them the kill. If he goes down there, if ZTR gets dropped, they pounce the bomb site, the round's over. There's no two ways about it. They weren't ready for it. They were too late on the spot. And now they're in a very promising position, not only denying the plant, now recovering AK-47s on their CT side. They're looking very comfortable here. And this, I wouldn't even call it a partial buy, Harry. This is an eco. Fnatic are allowing them to get to 11-7. Should be the 2-0 here. GamerLegion not known for their CT performances, but generally speaking, it's a very CT-sided map. With 11-7 under your belt, you should be able to convert this.
Yeah, no, you're dead on. And you know, that's the thing as well, right? Like, even though, for whatever reason, GamerLegion have a far better time on T-halves than CT here on Overpass, it's like, as you say, because it is a CT-sided map just in general, it still depends on Fnatic having the knowledge and the tape to do something on this T-half. And I'm going to be honest, man, in this series, it's been really hard for Fnatic with largely only 2 players hitting. BlameF and Crims looking good all tournament. But for the other 3, for Fear, Jambo, and Jacasmo, it's been way too inconsistent. You just don't know what to expect, what kind of mileage you're going to get.
Okay. A bump in the road, though. A little bit too keen to get stuck in against the Glocks and P250s. PR oversteps the mark. Careful, boys. These rounds can fall apart quicker than you know. One cheeky boost here. They get a pick. Things can get very uncomfortable very quickly. Defensive positions here, but be careful. They've recovered the AK-47. Flashbang coming over the top. Still not comfortable here. I think ZTR goes down. Only good for 1. Expends all of his ammo. He's trying to get a reload in. They're going to swarm him. It's going to be Hypex.
Oh, Nade's big. Nade's big. Oh, it just falls short. Fear allowed to get out. The nade didn't bounce right. Still punished. BlameF now. Pinced between heaven and short, trying to break up these fights, figure out when and where they're swinging. And as he turns his attention onto Rez, that's when Hypex goes for the lurch out of heaven. GamerLegion, once again, it's not super pretty considering what they're up against, but the round is all that matters when it's all said and done.
Yeah, you'll take it at this point. This is how it started off. Like I said, PR, take it easy stuff. Oversteps the mark. There was no flashbang behind that. Gives himself up to a P250. And sure, it's a close, uncomfortable round, but at least they get it. That's all that really matters. The money's still pretty strong for them right now. They've got the AWP. Rifles across the board here. 1 round away from securing overtime. Be a tactical pause for Fnatic. Last chance saloon. Like we said, it could be their final half of Counter-Strike here at PGL Masters Bucharest 2025. Hasn't been a great run. Only win they've picked up is against MIBR with stand-in. MIBR being the kind of team everyone's been beating up on. Went 0-3, understandably so.
And dude, you know, this whole kind of series right now just begs the question of, like, what would have happened for Fnatic if you got a bit more mileage out of Fear and now on map 2, Jacasmo. Right,
Yeah,
Jacasmo came into this game 3rd bottom-rated player of the tournament. Slightly ahead of him was Jambo at the 10th worst rated. Really, it's been a tournament dominated by strong BlameF performances, and this series, remembered as a great one for Crims. He also played lights out yesterday. Largely, it's been those 2 in these wins for Fnatic, or in these attempts, that have found a lot of success.
Okay.
With no mileage from the rest of the gang, there's only so much that 2 players can hope to do.
We might be starting to pack this one up. 12 rounds, looks like a lock in here. Torsten digging his hole towards the monster. That's where the bomb is. They should be absolutely fine. Uses the flashbang to join his comrades here. Beautiful kill. Can he find the double? Not quite, but the damage is done. Fear is low. And now BlameF. Sure, he's had a great tournament. He's looked fantastic individually, but this seems like a stretch too far. He has managed to thread the needle somewhat, but they seem to be aware of this possibility. ZTR certainly is. A very convincing round. 1 more will do it for GamerLegion to eradicate Fnatic here in Bucharest. They just don't have anything really to work with. They've got to buy. It's going to be AKs, MAC-10s, barely any util. Might have to go for the Galil instead. Feels like we're done here. Nice positioning from ZTR. Great opening kill.
Bro, you know, this I think is like the crux of the whole Cypher situation is, even if you remove the fact that it's just kind of a shitty thing to do, It's like you finally made it back to a major with that squad, you know? Like with those 5, you were actually moving up. Things were looking promising. You've gone for a change. But this tournament, if it was meant to kind of give us faith in this new look Fnatic, it's done the exact opposite. This is a rough defeat, and their time at the PGL Masters Bucharest is over. Fnatic are gone.
Wow. Hey, watchers, eating good tonight. They really didn't have anything to show in that second half. Sure, some close rounds, some uncomfortable moments, but the only victory Fnatic get is against MIBR. Jacasmo, the new addition, absolutely